Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Hello ladies and gentlemen, another day, another review, another Sonic review, a Lil Chickie review from Sonic review. Sonic, of course, has some new items out. They have their Lil Doggies and Lil Chickies out, which are basically miniature little sandwiches stuffed inside of a hot dog bun. And it's snack-sized little concoctions here. And they have a few of them out that are completely new creations. Brand new creations. They have their cheesy bacon Lil Doggy, and they also have their barbecue bacon Lil Chickie. Of course, both of them utilize bacon, but with some different, some different flavors there, so that'll be interesting. Today's review, though, will be for the Lil Chickie, the barbecue bacon one. Here it is in the Lil Chickie carrying case. And there it is for some on-the-go fun. Born delicious, because it was born. This is a living, breathing organism, ladies and gentlemen. So, gotta be respectful of that. And on it, of course, is barbecue sauce, honey barbecue sauce, bacon, chicken tender on a hot dog bun. And you can see right here, there's the nice frontal view, side view, back view, top view, bottom view, angled view. There you go. And otherwise, since we know what's on it exactly, we'll just try it. We'll just, I'll sink my teeth into it and we'll let you know how it tastes. So it's the barbecue bacon Lil Chickie from Sonic going in. Fine, I know. I'll appease all of you today. I know you're probably saying you got such a small piece here left just to eat it all, and I will. If I'll comply today. I will. Just bacon remains. And we'll take a sip from the good old Thirst Buster. There was one thing about this that puzzled me. And it made me scratch my head. Even though I didn't actually scratch my head, it made me do it. It was interesting, though. When I read about this, when they talk about barbecue sauce and honey barbecue sauce, sometimes you'll expect a bit of the sweetness with it, and a little bit of a tang. one thing you don't really expect with your barbecue sauce is an overwhelming saltiness. You know, you don't really see when you go over here, say you want some boneless wings, you don't say, yeah, I want, can you give me a 6-piece order of salted barbecue wings, please? I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy. What's that? You know, it's not a flavor. If such a sauce exists, though, then that's what's on this Lil Chickie sandwich. The bacon itself is fine. The chicken itself is standard. I'm not going to go ahead and call it anything exemplary or anything like that, because it's not. Rather, it's completely standard. It reminds me of, you know, just a chicken tender you'd pick up at the mall food court or whatever. It's has that crispy outer shell to it. It's a little dry on the inside, but it's acceptable. You know, it's nothing restaurant quality or anything. It's acceptable for what you're getting. It's a Lil Chickie, okay? It's okay. It's okay. It's acceptable. It's standard. And the bacon itself is fine. They put a good amount on it. The bacon itself is flavorful. It's quality. It's better than, you know, microwave bacon, which is good to see. But the one thing that really strikes out about this, not necessarily in a good way, but rather you know, it just makes me question everything, is the barbecue sauce. When I try this barbecue sauce, it's the weirdest thing, and I had to specifically bite into a part of it where there's a lot of barbecue sauce, because I couldn't believe it. I was thinking to myself, it can't be that sauce. Maybe it's something blending in from the bacon or the chicken. Or what? I try the barbecue sauce. It has that little bit of a tang to it, but then in the sauce itself has this overwhelmingly saltiness. That's very weird. I haven't really had a barbecue sauce that has this profound saltiness to it. Very interesting flavor. I don't know if that's intentional or otherwise, but to mimic that flavor, basically, you just get some barbecue sauce, dump a whole salt packet in it, stir it up, and there you go. It detracts a bit from the sandwich, I feel. You know, it's something that you don't expect, and that becomes what you really hone in on now. You really focus on this barbecue sauce, and I think it just takes away from the sandwich overall, and I think that's a bit of a problem there. It's a perfectly acceptable sandwich. It tastes fine as it is, but this barbecue sauce, I think, has some unintended consequences where it really becomes the star of the show and not really for a good reason. You know, so I think they really need to redo the barbecue sauce on this, because when it's way too salty like that, it's just an unusual combination, and it just really, as I said, distracts from the flavor of the chicken and the bacon, which I think they intended, you know, to really be the primary focus on this sandwich. So that needs to be taken into consideration. But again, otherwise it's good. It is good. It's acceptable, but this barbecue sauce, I think, needs a little bit of remodeling, you can say, you know. $1.49 is what it is. It's snack sized, you know. It is snack size, so don't just eat it and expect to have a whole meal's worth of food from it. Therefore, out of 10, what am I going to be rating this item? Well, all in all, the chicken is average. The bacon is above average. The barbecue sauce is edible, but it's just very, very strange. It's just very odd. Therefore, out of 10, I'm going to have to give this I'm going to have to give it a 7.3 out of 10, because it's fair. It does need a little bit of improvement, though, with that sauce. But again, should they change that sauce? Even just take some of the salt out of that, you know? It would definitely be a lot better than what it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today's review is for the Lil Chickie barbecue bacon sandwich, I guess you'd call it. That's all I have for you today. I'm your host, Report of the Week, and this is Running an Empty Food Review. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and take care.